big guy, here we are. We finally did it. Tombstone, Arizona.
This is a big moment for you.
This is a big moment for me. This is one of my favorite historical sites. I've always wanted to come here. And now I'm here hunting ghouls with my big pal.
Your big pal.
Yeah. This is a very famous street we're on right now. It's called Allen Street. This is where all of the big guys walked. John Ringo, Doc Holliday, Wyatt Earp, Shane Madej, Ryan Bergara.
The old Bergmeister.
The old Bergmeister is what they would have called me.
Hey, you know what? It really smells like horse shit here.
It does.
Did we step on horse shit?
I don't know.
It's really following us.
It's quite possible. This week on BuzzFeed Unsolved, we investigate Tombstone, Arizona as part of our ongoing investigation into the question, are ghosts real? This town was home to one of the most famous shootouts in Wild West history, the shootout at the OK Corral. But we'll also explore other tales from this once lively and basically lawless ghost town.
Saddle up.
Oh, we're doing cowboy accents?
Round up all of them ghouls.
I can't wait to shoot me a ghost cowboy in the street.
I don't even know how that works, but I'll be right there beside you, buddy.
Okay. Okay.
That's right.
Well, let's get into it.
The city of Tombstone was founded by Ed Schiefelin in 1877. Ed was involved in a scouting expedition against the Chiricahua Apaches and was staying at Camp Huachuca. According to legend, while at this camp, Ed would set out into the desert to look for areas to prospect, despite his fellow soldiers warning him that he'd instead, quote, find his tombstone, end quote. But much to the surprise of his friends, Ed did not find his tombstone, but instead, Ed came upon what he would make into a whole mine of silver. Not one to shy away from a good roast, Ed named this mine the Tombstone, a nod to his friends' jokes. As word spread about his find, people began to flood the area, leading to the creation of the town Tombstone in 1879, named for its proximity to that first mine.
Very funny.
Could you imagine if your friends gave you a bunch of, they razzed you for doing one thing?
They really gave me the business.
And then that one thing they razzed you for doing ended up making you a fortune?
Yeah, I'd buy all their land and turn it into a railroad or something. Really just keep on humiliating them for the rest of their lives.
By the mid-1880s, as many as 27,000 people called Tombstone their home, making it one of the fastest populating cities of its time. Along with the population boom, the town saw at least 100 saloons open and a large red light district. As the US expanded to the west after the Civil War, class and economic tension began to rise up. Specifically in Tombstone, a political power struggle formed. On one side was the country-living ranch families, led by the Clantons and the McLaurys, cowboys who reportedly had the sympathy of Cochise County Sheriff John Behan. On the other side was the wealthy mine owners and businessmen of Tombstone, backed by the family of Morgan Wyatt and Virgil Earp, who was the town's marshal at the time. Both sides blamed the other for corruption and collusion.
You gotta imagine there's not a lot of checks and balances back then.
The checks and balances were holstered on the hips.
Exactly right.
I got your checks and balances right here.
I got you.
Well, I didn't know we were starting. Okay, no, wait a second. That's not how a gunfight works. You have to say when. Wait.
I'm dirty.
You're not saying
I'm dirty. I got you.
There is respect to a gunfight.
Not when Dirty Shane comes into town.
That's what your name would be, Dirty Shane?
Your old Dirty Shane.
I don't know if I like that.
It doesn't matter, because you're dead.
The stage is now set for the main reason Tombstone is still considered legendary today, the gunfight at the OK Corral. The lethal gunfight occurred on October 26, 1881. At the time, there was an ordinance in Tombstone barring the carrying of guns in public. The Earps set out to disarm a gang of cowboys hanging out in a vacant lot behind the OK Corral. The cowboys consisted of their rivals, the Clantons and the McLaurys. The Earps were joined by their friend John Henry Doc Holliday, a dentist with a reputation as a gambler and a drunk, but also as one of the fastest pistols in the West. Doc Holliday, Wyatt Earp, Virgil Earp, and Morgan Earp each carried a revolver. Holliday also had a concealed shotgun in his coat. On the side of the cowboys, Billy Clanton had a revolver, but his brother Ike was unarmed, having been reportedly disarmed by Virgil Earp earlier in the day. Similarly, Frank McLaury had a revolver, but his brother Tom is thought to have been likely unarmed. Their friend Billy Claiborne was also unarmed. When the two posses met face to face, they were only a few feet apart from one another. Allegedly, Virgil Earp warned the cowboys, quote, "Throw up your hands, I've come to disarm you," end quote. Billy Clanton reportedly replied, quote, "Don't shoot, I don't want to fight," end quote. Wyatt Earp came back with, quote, "You sons of bitches have been looking for a fight, and now you have it," end quote. It's unclear who fired the first shot, but 30 seconds later, Billy Clanton, Tom McLaury, and Frank McLaury were mortally wounded. Wyatt Earp and Doc Holliday were charged with murder. Testimonies differed, and town people were split over their allegiances. Emblematic of the difficulties in enforcing laws in the West, all parties were acquitted. In time, Earp and Holliday's actions would even be glorified as heroic.
Well, Shane, this is a pretty big moment for me. I've always been a fan of Old West history, and right now we are actually on the exact spot where the infamous shootout at the OK Corral happened. That's pretty crazy.
We're walking through history right now.
I'm trying to contain my excitement, but this is it's kind of hard. There's a boyish glee that's washed over me.
It's evident.
Yeah, I mean, look at this. This is the exact positioning. This is based off of Wyatt Earp's sketch. It's the only sketch from a participant of the shootout that exists.
Yeah.
All right, my name's Ryan,
I'm Shane.
and we're here just to find out what happened here. There's lots of different tellings of how this went down. We want to find out the truth. So if any of you fellows want to tell us what actually happened here, particularly Billy, Frank, and Tom, please let us know now. How did you die?
Tell us your side of the story, why not? What do you got to say for yourself? Is that thing broken? I'm getting butt-kissed with that.
We've got some stuff.
As much as I hate the spirit box, I hate it even more when nothing happens with it.
This is just going back to what I was saying, that not every site's going to be active. If it was radio channels like you suggest, it would be talking all the time, wouldn't it? Is it killing you right now?
Yeah, a little bit. Hey, what do you got for us, sir? This is the face I make when I hear the spirit box, too. I get it. What about you with the boyish face? What do you got to say for yourself? Shaved this morning, didn't you? On the day you died.
Well, folks, I think we've had our fun here. Clearly, none of you wanted to talk to us, and that's fine. I got to stand in history, and that's enough for me. Maybe I'll find something later. I won't say I'm not disappointed.
It has been an honor to meet you, sir.
He just gives you a hug. Okay, don't smooch him.
While the Earps escaped the fight bloodied but alive, the actions of that October night would follow them the rest of their lives. On December 28, 1881, 8 weeks after the gunfight, Virgil was ambushed as he was crossing the street. He was shot in the back with 3 rounds, and his left arm was shattered. Virgil survived, but was permanently disabled. On March 18, 1882, about 5 months after the gunfight, Morgan Earp was playing billiards in a saloon only a block away from the OK Corral. From a darkened alley, Morgan was shot in the back by assassins. Within the hour, Morgan was dead.
Oh, they really don't like these Earps.
Well, you know, I mean, that's what happens when you feel like you were wronged in a gunfight. That's why you gotta adhere to the code. Otherwise, things devolve into chaos. See?
Got him again.
It's not impressive. No one's impressed. So here we are. This is the site where Morgan Earp was gunned down while he was playing billiards. Obviously, this is continuing with the fallout of the OK Corral shootout. This was the Cowboys' revenge. They killed Morgan Earp in here in cold blood on Wyatt Earp's birthday.
On his birthday. Brutal.
Kind of eerie to just be in the spot where people are just gunned down. Like, all day, that's what we've been doing.
Yeah, I mean, it was a long time ago, so.
That's true. Well, we're here to reach out to Morgan Earp. I know you probably get a lot of people coming around here asking for you. I regret to inform you that the spot of your death is now a lovely gift shop.
Pretty good one, it seems like.
Yeah, they got some good merch. Just
nothing disrespectful
doing a
here,
quick
I don't
cursory
think.
glance here. We got some items that I'd probably wear, but you know, I'm not that picky. Is there anything you would like to say, Morgan? I'm gonna give you a minute here.
Anything you want us to take back to sunny Los Angeles and maybe tell your brother's ghost? Sort of like a ghoul telephone.
Yeah, I think that's about it. I think I'm gonna cut that short. That's a picture wrap on Morgan Earp.
Morgan's brother Wyatt wanted vengeance. In March and April 1882, Wyatt set off on a vendetta ride, murdering cowboys, searching for suspects in the attacks on his brothers. Indicted for murder, Wyatt and Doc Holliday rode out of Arizona in April 1882, leaving the citizens of Tombstone to tell their tales. Another area of interest in Tombstone is a saloon now known as Big Nose Kate's, which was originally the Grand Hotel. Allegedly, the McLaury brothers were registered guests at the hotel the night before their deaths in the shootout. The saloon on the site in operation today is named after Kate Elder, aka Kate Holliday, who called herself Doc Holliday's, quote, one and only wife, end quote, who was often an accomplice in his exploits. The bar and dining area of the saloon has several reported instances of paranormal activity. Staff and servers reported feeling unseen hands touching, pinching, shoving, and even choking them. Some have witnessed drinks they were meant to be served levitate off of their trays and then hit servers in the chest or face. Other times, objects will fall on their own accord, and silverware will fly off tables. Bartender Jerry Fowler detailed the ghost encounter of a fellow bartender who, as a result of the incident, ended up quitting and never returning to the saloon. In it, the bartender was locking up at the end of the night when he noticed a cowboy wearing a duster at the bar. He urged the cowboy to leave, but then realized upon second reflection that he was the only person in the bar again.
Oh boy, classic saloon doors. This is the moment I've been waiting for. When I envisioned this shoot, I envisioned myself walking through saloon doors.
Oh.
And here we are. We should say something cowboy-y when we walk in, right?
Oh, yep.
Okay. Oh boy. Oh shit, I really messed it up. There was a step there. I didn't see it. I want to do that again.
That's fine.
Take two. Hello, ghouls. I'm your Huckleberry. It's me, Ryan.
Oh, that looked good. Here I come. Hey, ghouls.
Oh,
Horseshoes!
My. Jesus Christ. That's what your cowboy saying was, horseshoes?
I don't know. Good enough. They use those.
You ain't no Daisy. You ain't no Daisy at all. So here we are in Big Nose Kate's. This used to be the former site of the Grand Hotel back in the day, which was the building that existed back when this was all going. In fact, the McLaurys and Billy Clanton stayed here the night before they were killed at the OK Corral gunfight.
Well, they were killed a bit of a ways from here.
Yeah.
Also, it's a small town, so
Yeah, you know.
if you die a few blocks away, maybe you're haunting over here.
Sure, maybe they got a good breakfast in.
Yeah.
If I died and I, had a choice to go to any of the places I went that day,
Chipotle.
or where I had bacon and eggs, that's probably where I'd go. I don't eat it that often, you know that.
You're not a big breakfast guy.
I don't like waking up. Okay. I don't like waking up. Okay.
What are you doing here? What's he got?
Right here, standard whiskey glass. I'm gonna put it on the table.
Oh, look what he's done.
Now, to the folks in here who like to move things, I would appreciate it if you did not move that glass.
Oh, I see what you're doing.
You can't say, I see what you're doing when I'm...
I'm sorry.
Well, now it's ruined. Please move the glass.
No, they don't know. I mean, Yeah, we don't want you to move that glass.
Well, we gotta get on the same page here, man. We hear that there's a trickster among us here that likes to move silverware and glassware. Right there, you might recognize it, a whiskey glass.
Oh, they recognize it.
I'm sure they recognize that.
In this town? Yowza.
Why don't you show us what you can do? If you can move that glass, it would let us know that you want to talk to us.
No way, Ryan. A ghost move a glass?
Yeah, Shane.
Oh, no, I'll believe it when I see it.
Me too. Shall we?
Sure hope nobody moves that glass.
I know this is destined to be an L for me here, but I'm gonna do my due diligence. Because something like this would only happen, I feel like, if we weren't here.
You're a very committed ghost hunter.
No, I just believe.
Other areas of interest include the stage where a pair of bullhorns reportedly flew off of a wall, crashing into a nearby table.
So right now we are in a very interesting part of the bar. This is where there's a story that I will admit, I'll be the first to admit, it's pretty outlandish. Apparently, these bullhorns that are on the wall over here were sent careening off the wall and into a table.
And it wasn't just shoddy
Or you're saying that maybe the table was closer and it fell off?
Well, maybe they just didn't have them secured up there.
They went flying towards somebody.
Sure. All right.
Will it happen? I don't know.
You want to put money on if it'll happen or not?
I would like not to, but
$1,000.
yeah, not gonna take that. Let's do $1.
$1.50.
Sure, I'll do $1.50.
Okay.
I'll Venmo you.
All right, good.
Okay, let's sit down. If there's something in here that sent those bullhorns towards people, please do it again.
Send them toward these people.
Because I believe in all this, and frankly, I do not believe that happened. You're gonna have to show me.
Why don't you drop the horns? Drop the horns.
Just throw a folding chair at us. They're light-ish.
What is this, the WWE?
Yeah, it's a TLC match. It's a table ladder chair match. A pack of sugar.
A ghost has entered the impact zone. The ghoul of Big Nose Kate's.
As God is my witness, he snapped them in half. All right, we could sit here and riff all day, but we're here to do a job. And I know it may not seem like we're serious right now, but I seriously want you to throw something right at my face. Please.
Come on, drop the horns.
1 minute. You got, you know what, 30 seconds.
30 seconds to drop the horns.
You got 30 seconds to throw anything.
Wiggle
And I
them.
mean anything at us.
Just wiggle them. Give us a little wiggle.
There's gotta be a better way to say that, too. This is your chance. This is your chance to grab glory, or should I say throw glory. Throw it right into my stupid face. 5 seconds.
Come on, just wiggle them. Drop them.
3, 2, 1. Blew it.
You owe me $1.50.
Another rumored story at the former Grand Hotel is that of a former janitor, a man called the Swamper. As part of his pay, he was given a room in a dark corner in the basement.
Cool.
What a perk. What are the benefits for working as a janitor at this bar?
You can live in the cave.
Well, we got a room prepared for you in the basement.
When he applied on his resume, did it say the Swamper, or did that come with the job?
You know, I imagine he had a real name. I don't know why they decided to just make his name the Swamper.
It's pretty good.
Sure, I guess. I don't think I'd like to be called the Swamper.
I would. I mean, I'm not telling you to call me the Swamper because it's not
Feels
cool.
like you're telling me.
I'm not. Because it's not cool to make your own nickname, but
I will say the Swamper does not sound like he's quick on the gun. Got
you
that
didn't
time.
reach. You didn't
Got you that
reach. You
time.
just put your hand up.
I saw where your hand was.
That's stupid.
I think you're just a little embarrassed.
No.
Because you got caught in your. So you're already dead, though.
No, I got
you're already
you.
dead.
No, you're off. Okay, this is
stupid.
Unbelievable.
When renovating floors in the basement, tunnels were discovered that were dug beneath the hotel in an attempt to gain access to the silver mine shafts that ran beneath town. Some believe these tunnels were the work of the Swamper, who, according to the story, would take silver nuggets from the mines and bring them back. Whatever happened to his cash is unknown, but some believe it may still be hidden somewhere beneath Big Kate's saloon. Apart from the treasure, staff, tourists, and locals alike claim that the Swamper still wanders the dark corners of the basement. When employees explored the tunnels, they could hear moans of distress echoing throughout the basement, though the building had been empty and locked when they had left it to enter the tunnels. In general, the basement is said to be one of the most active areas of the building. As usual, with the most horrific parts of buildings, we'll investigate this area individually.
Watch this fucking wood. Okay. Oh, Jesus. Tell you what. If you want to set a nice creepy vibe right off the bat, how do you do that? Well, a big old pile of baby shoes is how. Well, that's inviting. All right, so we're down here in the basement. I'm gonna turn my light off just for kicks. And just spend some time bathing in darkness. Come on, Swamper. Don't got all day. You know, I've met a lot of ghouls, Swamper, and by met a lot of ghouls, I mean I've met no ghouls, but I've heard a lot of stories about ghouls, and you take the cake. In that, I'm a big fan of your name. And that's basically about it. Also the fact that you steal. It's very funny to me. So, look, I'm gonna level with you. Ryan really wants to find a ghost, but you could show up just for me. And then I'll delete the footage, and Ryan will never know. Can you imagine how funny that would be? Oh, you, Swamper, I know you like to steal from people. You know what you'd be stealing from Ryan? Satisfaction. Isn't that funny? That's the greatest thing to steal. A man's joy? Imagine. So come on. Give me all you got. Come on, Swamper.
How was it?
It was fine. Pretty boring.
Boring.
It's a dark room.
No swamper action?
No Swamper action. And I really wanted it. Have fun.
I'm not going to, but
That's what we're here for. You're down there to have fun. With a guy like the Swamper, you're gonna have a good time.
have fun. I'm here to get evidence.
Well, say hi to the Swamper for me.
Okay. Here we go.
He's a goner.
Alrighty. All right, Swamper. I know you probably don't like being called that. Oh, why would you put a gift shop next to the most haunted part of the building? There it is. There's the Swamper's creepy, decrepit, dusty old bedroom, and of course the entrance to the mine shaft. What a fun thing I've stumbled upon. Thank you. Thank you so much for this opportunity. I'm gonna give you 1 minute of silence because I'm a masochist. If there's anything down here, show yourself. I'm going to regret this. This is your one chance to show that you're here. If that's your prerogative. Jesus, what am I doing? How about it? Boy, I really wish my time was up. I feel like my time should be up. I hear footsteps. Is that you, Shane? Shane?
Ryan McGarrett!
Yep. You've...
Time to come up for air, buddy.
You didn't meet the what's his name, the Swamper?
Not that I know of.
Not that you know of. Did you meet somebody
I don't
else?
know, I think I blacked out.
Did you?
I don't know. I got a little too boisterous down there for my own good.
Yeah, that happens.
Yeah, that was... I don't like it. I mean, I don't like my time down there. if that's what
You
you're
look
asking.
messed up right now.
Yeah, I'm like riddled with adrenaline right now, so yeah.
Well, that's been that.
Yeah,
Thanks, Tombstone.
it's been a dream. I fulfilled my childhood dream of roaming the streets of Tombstone, Arizona, one of my favorite historical sites. Oh, look, my name's carved into this door.
Oh, it must be a Timmy.
Okay. Anyways, stay golden, Swamper. I'm out.
It's been over 136 years since 30 seconds of gunfighting secured Tombstone's place in American history books, but our fascination with the town remains. Is it merely our obsession with the Old West that keeps Tombstone going? Or are the ghosts of a violent past as much a part of today's city as they were when Wyatt Earp and his brothers patrolled the streets? The answer remains unsolved.
Ah yes, it's postmortem time. Another episode of BuzzFeed Unsolved Postmortem, a show where we answer your most pressing questions about the most recent episode of BuzzFeed Unsolved, which was Tombstone. All the questions we're answering today came from you guys via our BuzzFeed Unsolved Facebook page, our BuzzFeed Unsolved Instagram page, and directly on the video on Bun.
Fun.
And by the way, thank you all for watching. You made the video trend #1. That was
Get that air horn. Congrats, everybody, and thank you. Wow, #1 on all of YouTube.com. Let's jump over to YouTube. This is from Daniel Albers. He said, Shane, explain 1605, dude. If that isn't a fellow BuzzFeeder, I want you to tell Ryan he was right the whole time. After 5 seasons of shitting on him, Ryan, this is our year, bro.
Yeah, I like the Ryan, this is our year, bro.
You and Daniel Albers.
Hell yeah, man.
We did it, bro.
It's our year, bro.
Break out the crystal.
Yeah. You know what, 30 seconds.
30 seconds to drop the horn!
So basically we have a site rep with us. They often stay around to make sure we don't burn the place down. She happened to be in the background. In the final watch, we actually saw her in the background of a different shot, and we were like, I don't think anyone's gonna catch her, but let's take that one out, and I guess we missed this one.
We did miss it. I gotta say, for me, it was a delightful weekend of reading people telling me, well, I guess we got you, bro.
For all the Bugaras out there, I apologize. I
let you down.
I unintentionally put out a ruse there.
He let you
and once I
down.
started seeing the tweets roll in, I was like, uh-oh.
And Shaniac, sorry I didn't let you know over the weekend, but let's all have a good laugh about
Actually,
it now.
we both kind of...
All these people running around like chickens with their heads cut off.
Well, I mean, like,
he found a ghost!
what if there's Shaniacs out there who saw that and they were like, I guess that's it.
I did see some people who
guess
were
they're
like, no, I'm a Shaniac, but I think they got one. And I was just like, be cool, my babies.
Also, there's another sighting of Kanja at 1310 to 1312. Some of you very eagle-eyed viewers caught that.
Oh.
And that one is actually scarier because it's in color. It's not in the green. It's not in the green night vision cam.
Yeah.
You actually have a flashlight directly on her face.
Yeah. Who's that?
It's insane, and it's the creepiest thing I've ever seen. I actually, for a second, thought
Does it
it
just
was
go by in a flash?
It's like literally 1 second. It's like a pan, and I actually thought, oh my god, that is a ghost.
Yeah.
And then I had to do some studying of the footage, and I was like, oh, it's not. That's
Oh, it's not at all. It's the human who was with
Hey,
us.
we're not gonna pee on your legs and tell you it's rain out there. Okay, we're honest ghost hunters.
Every now and then we slip up, you know?
Yeah, and we
let you simmer for
and we'll say, hey, my bee dog.
Hey,
my bee.
his bee.
My bee dog.
hold this fat bee.
Yeah, I'll hold the fat bee.
Why are you eating it? You're eating your bad?
It's a good bee. It's a good little bee.
Weird bit.
Yeah.
Next.
Yeah, question 2, here we go. Facebook, Kaylee Clanton, note the last name. BuzzFeed Unsolved, not a question, but fuck the Earps. Sincerely, a biological descendant of the surviving Clanton gang.
I love it.
Here's the thing, and this got cut out. This got cut out of the episode. We did mention how awful it was that it seems that the Earps initiated a gunfight against a bunch of people who were unarmed for the most part.
Yeah. They don't seem like honorable people. We did discuss it a lot. And certainly the Clantons were rowdy boys.
Oh no, they were rowdy boys, and they did some stuff that may have warranted them being disarmed. I will say
But the
that.
difference between the Clantons and the Earps? Badge.
Well, I guess, but it seems kind of arbitrary, right?
That's what I'm saying.
Well, she was also saying, I saw in a different comment that she said that, like, essentially it felt like the Earps just came into town and they were like, all of a sudden now we're the law.
Right.
I think everyone just needed to chill out, you know?
Somebody should have showed up with a fat pile of kush. You know what I'm talking about? This is from Lynn's Davis 11.
Yeah.
Did you have to make the Swamper look like a goblin? Poor man's already got it bad enough. Does he? Because he lives in a pretty sweet cave underneath a baller restaurant.
Yeah,
/ saloon.
Sounds pretty awful.
And he's filling his pockets with silver.
I actually like to think that, I'd like to think that the bedroom was exactly like that back in the day.
It looked tight.
No, it didn't look tight. It was covered in
I
dirt,
thought it looked,
cobwebs,
I thought
and
it looked
bugs.
tight.
Yeah, it was tight quarters.
Let's take a look at
Certainly it
that
was tight
room.
quarters. If there's anything down here, show yourself.
Pretty chill.
Yeah. If you saw that on Zillow, you'd be like, let me swoop that one
I
bedroom
feel like
up real
places
quick.
like that show up all the time on the Cozy Places subreddit.
I feel like that's exclusively populated by serial killers.
The Cozy Places subreddit?
Yeah, that seems like a place.
Oh, no. Reddit.com/r/cozy places. You go there, you look at some cozy homes.
I bet you that's a front. I bet you that subreddit is purely just serial killers discussing methods and methodology and when it comes to torturing people.
You gotta visit. It's
Because who would look in that subreddit and like, I'm not gonna do that. Yeah, because you're a serial killer.
Yeah.
This is YouTube Jack Graves. Why did they edit at 1303 to point out a spooky, unexplained whisper when it was just Shane? Ryan is just reaching at this point. Jack Graves.
Jack Graves is all piss and vinegar over there, and I love it.
Pissing vinegar.
Yeah, piss and vinegar.
Oh, piss and vinegar. Okay, I thought you said pissing vinegar. I was like,
Read a book, man.
it's no. How about you enunciate a little bit more? It sounded like pissing vinegar to me.
Right, can we roll it back? Jack Graves is all piss and vinegar over there, and I love it.
piss and vinegar over there, and I love it.
Thank you.
I will say this, nothing happened in this episode, and that's perfectly fine. I go through all the footage and audio to make sure there's not any anomalies. And if there is an anomaly, I will go through every microphone that we have available, including all the cameras, to make sure I can determine what source it came from. In this particular case, while it may have been something else, like the floorboard or like our shoe moving.
It was not my voice.
It was not him, because you could tell if you know how mics work.
Yeah, because our mics are usually right around here. If this is picking up something right next to it, you'll usually notice if it's like
super loud.
Get a load of this.
I'm going to make a noise now, and I'd like you to listen to it.
I hate this. This turned into an ASMR video.
Shut up. Do you hear that?
You like that? Whoa, it worked. I'm good. I got to start moonlighting.
I didn't hear anything, but I got some sweet tingles, bro.
Yeah, you got that ASMR. You are an ASMR person, aren't you? A little bit.
Oh, let's go to Anastasia's sketch. For postmortem, maybe the reason there was no activity in Tombstone was because the ghost felt the presence of a couple of city slickers. LOL, hashtag Bukhara. How dare you?
Maybe that's true. Maybe.
We had that.
But we had the outfits, yeah.
We went to a cowboy store in Tombstone. We didn't buy those in
And
LA.
the name of the store was Spurs.
How do you like that?
Yeah. How you like that for authenticity?
Anastasia.
Nothing city slickery about that at all.
Yeah, and we walked into there and I said to myself, boy, I hope they have hats big enough for this old noggin. The woman behind the counter looked at me and she said, that's a big one, 7 5/8.
Also, just for the record, not every place we go to is going to be active. That doesn't make it any less haunted or more haunted. It's just, it wasn't active when we were there.
Still a good yarn, huh?
But to be fair, there was a ghost hunter there who was like the resident ghost hunter of that town. And he was like, yeah, this city's not very active. We haven't gone to Facebook in a bit.
Why don't we go to Facebook?
Patrick Massell says, hey boys, here's a question. If you read this for the postmortem, can you say hi to my wife, Mariah?
Oh, Mariah!
Hi, Mariah.
Hey, Mariah.
Next question.
Haley Bork, can you guys imagine if teeth were soft? Like gummy bear consistency, but like attached to your body forever? Imagine trying to eat like a steak. Wild, hashtag Shaniac. Thank you, Haley Bork. I can't imagine that.
Shen says, why did Shane sound like Owen Wilson when he was talking to the Swamper?
That's a fair question.
Can we cut to that clip?
Yeah.
Look, I'm gonna level with you. Ryan really wants to find a ghost, but you could show up just for me.
That does sound kind of like Owen Wilson. Do that low whisper voice. Don't try to put on an impression at all and just say wow.
Wow.
See? There it is.
Wow.
Let's go to Facebook. Madison Newman, for postmortem, would you all consider going back later down the road to see if more evidence is found? I'm always for going back to a place to reinvestigate, just because, like I said, things aren't always active when you go there, and also on that kind of on that train of thought, we could go back to a place where it was insanely active for the first time, and maybe nothing happens the second time.
It would be fun to go back to Waverly and actually spend the night in the hallways.
Yeah, or Sorrel Weed, we could go back there, and nothing would happen maybe.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna even say Sally House.
I will. Sally House.
Well, we're not going back anyway.
Should.
So it
Ought
doesn't
to.
matter.
Make you spend the night there alone.
No.
Yeah.
No.
I'll sleep in the basement. Or should you sleep in the basement?
Doesn't matter because this hypothetical scenario is never gonna happen.
Elizabeth S. Thomas, for the postmortem. Ryan, during the scene with the bullhorns, you were being straight disrespectful towards the ghost you supposedly thought was in there. Kinda seems like maybe you're starting to become a Shaniac and see that ghosts aren't real?
Oh yeah, I kinda would.
Oh, buddy!
That's what I think about that.
I'm sorry, Elizabeth.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, unbelievable!
If I was being disrespectful, I don't really see that. The thing was, this ghost, whatever ghost was in there, its thing is to throw things at people's face.
Oh, so you come at a...
Why-
You already disrespect this ghost, if it is real.
No, I'm asking it to do what it loves to do.
Yeah, but you were glib with it, I think.
Because I wanted to see it. Like, okay, if I for instance, I love root beer.
Oh, me too.
And if my thing as a ghost would be to take root beer out of the fridge and just drink it all right there. If some ghost hunter walked in and was like, oh, we got a whole case of root beer here for you. I don't think you're gonna do it. You don't wanna drink this root beer. I'd be like, yeah, I'm gonna drink that root beer.
Suddenly every one of the bottles just keep.
Yeah, I'd be like, thank you very much. I'll see you again next
So
week.
if you ever die, the surefire way
To conjure Orion is
put down a case of root beer, and then we'll know for sure if ghosts exist if every one of those bottles rises up, empties.
preferably Sea Dog root beer or Dang Butterscotch root beer.
Dang.
And I've tried over 100 different kinds of root beer, and those are by far my two favorites.
Are you a floatman?
Yeah, I like root beer floats. I'm not like a purist. If there's root beer in it, I'm gonna drink it regardless. If there's ice cream, yeah, let's party. As long as the RB's in there, I'm good. The RB's in there, it's going into RB.
Interesting. Oh, root.
That's right. You're so tickled by that. You hear that horse? You hear that?
Holly, I can't believe it.
Mercifully, that's the end of the episode.
Some other bits of business. We do have this merch. Are we shouting this out?
Yeah, we do. Okay, so this is the new sweatshirt. I actually like this because it's low key. There's like a little, like it's in white writing on a light gray shirt, which is like super just.
All business in front.
But then look at
what could possibly be on the back?
What could be going on in the back here?
Party in the back?
Oh,
I think so.
I don't know why I flexed.
Says I want to wheeze. You ever seen X-Files?
Yeah, so it's a play on words there. Oh yeah, there's also this in a shirt form. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that too. Oh, this is flawless. Very smooth the way we're doing
Yeah, look at that, look at that. I'm not showing you my nipples, I'm showing you the
weird.
art.
A little weird. Oh, we've got our tumblers too. We got a lot of stuff here.
Yeah, hey there demons, it's me. Your coffee. I
love how stupid it is.
That cracks me up.
I love it. And this one just has the logo. If you're, a little more distinguished.
Yeah, you're a little bit more of a casual fan. You don't want to go, balls out.
Balls out. This is the balls out option. This is the balls in option. Keep those balls
out.
in.
Balls in.
Balls in.
Yeah, this is on the Amazon Marketplace. You got there. You can link it right here. Make it animate.
What else we got? We got some ornaments. There's it's good. It's just in
they got
time for the
Christmas
holiday
ornaments,
season, man.
A little wheeze for your trees.
Tis the wheezin'.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Yeah.
Ryan, what's coming up this week on the season finale?
Oh, is there more? Or did you want me to? Oh, BuzzFeed Unsolved. Yeah.
I was just doing a dramatic pause.
BuzzFeed Unsolved postmortem.
Fuck! What's coming up this week
Oh, we're doing it again.
on the season
I think we should keep the bad take in and still include this.
finale of BuzzFeed Unsolved Supernatural?
What? I hated that.
What's it gonna be?
Oh boy. Okay, so this episode, I will say, I think we got. Is that too much to promise? Yeah, well, I think we got more evidence than we've ever got in an episode.
It's a wild ride.
I did not like the house. Let's just put it that way.
You did not like it one bit.
I did not like the house. I was glad I didn't live there. That does it for this episode of BuzzFeed Unsolved Postmortem. Make sure you watch the finale this Friday and then send in your questions to the BuzzFeed Unsolved Facebook page, the Instagram page, as well as directly on the video on Bun. And then maybe you'll be on the next episode of BuzzFeed Unsolved Postmortem. What are you doing?
Make sure you're subscribed.
Oh yeah.
To Bun.
Subscribe to
We'll see you next week, everybody.
Bun. Subscribe. So this is Vulture Mine.
Yeah.
The shafts don't exist anymore because they're either collapsed or condemned. You don't want a rock to fall on your head, but as you can see, the bones of the ghost town that surrounded the mine and were funded by it still remain.
You've really outdone yourself this season.
Yeah, I just kind of looked into places that would make me want to die, and I think this checks that box.
Yeah, it's pretty imposing. I think you nailed it.
It's gross.
Come on.
Okay. Come on. This week on BuzzFeed Unsolved, we investigate Vulture Mine and its surrounding ghost town in Wickenburg, Arizona, as part of our ongoing investigation into the question, are ghosts real? Shane, you've always told me that in a fantasy world where ghosts exist, your words, not mine,
Fantasy, yes.
that the only place that would be haunted is a mine. So
Yeah. Seems like a lot of misery, a lot of suffering, and people get trapped in them. So if ghosts were real, I would put my money on mine.
Okay, well, I mean, maybe tonight you'll get lucky then. Season premiere, we're gonna look around this disgusting, did I just blind you?
Right, man.
Good, it'll give you the vision. Okay. We got a car back there, we got some bushes. I can't think of a better way to kick off the season, right?
Great. Just don't shine your light in my face.
What was that?
Stop it.
Okay, let's get into it.
In 1863, a prospector named Henry Wickenburg found a quartz deposit with gold in Arizona's desolate Sonoran Desert and founded Vulture Mine. The mine quickly became Arizona's most successful gold mine. Imagine, if you will, a mine so rich that between 1863 and 1942, it produced over 340,000 ounces of gold and 260,000 ounces of silver. To put that into perspective, the gold alone would be valued today at a shade over $430 million.
Ooh, you could do a lot with that.
Yeah,
right?
that's safe to say.
I guess I didn't realize that places were actually flush with gold.
Yeah.
I thought one person would show up, find a pound of gold, and then 500 other people would come and be sad.
No, these hills were literally leaking gold. And it was just there for the taking.
It's the only reason I would have wanted to be alive back then. Just so I could plunder metals.
The mine was so lucrative that an accompanying mining settlement called Vulture City was built in 1866 to meet the needs of the many new miners, with a population of as many as 5,000 residents.
That's a lot for back then. I know that seems like a small number.
Here it is, yeah.
But for here, that's overflowing.
A boom town.
Just
Can you
stood in the
imagine
street.
just being in a town full of people who just do what you do?
That just love gold.
Yeah.
They're there for greed, essentially. This was a town
What are you
running-
here for? I love gold. I love gold too. I love gold as well.
Yeah,
That's everyone.
That's everyone in the town.
By the 1890s, there was a serious downturn in the mine's productivity. However, it wasn't until the outbreak of World War II that mines not essential to the war effort were shut down, ultimately forcing Vulture Mine to close. This once booming city of gold now sits vacant as a ghost town, collecting only cobwebs and dust. Eerily, skeletons of the town still remain. Dilapidated buildings and leftover landmarks of tragedy are said to be haunted by those who never left.
So this is the old ghost town. Part
Looks
of Vulture
ghostly.
City. There's the assay building.
What's up here?
That's the bordello.
Ooh.
That's the hanging tree right there.
The area in general has reports of disembodied voices, cold spots, spirit orbs, and apparitions. That being said,
Take a drink.
There it is. Whoever's playing the unsolved drinking game. That being said, I'm gonna get you all tanked this episode.
That being said, let's go over the highly active locations of this abandoned city. The first place we'll visit is the old generator room, a dingy warehouse that once powered the entire mining operation. It is here that the current owner of the mine claims a worker met an unfortunate fate.
You don't feel even a little creeped out.
No.
Of course. According to the current owner of this mine, somebody got pulled into this machine and grinded up. I don't really know what this machine does.
It's a people grinder.
It's not a people grinder. I'm sure.
It's a people grinder.
I'm sure it was used to grind, to conduct energy, not to make people into little beef patties.
Talk to us if you're the guy whose guts got all spun around up into the rafters. Anything from you?
What he said.
I didn't like it. It wasn't fun.
Yeah, what do you expect? What insight are you trying to gather from here? All right, if there's anybody in here right now with us that wants to say anything, make a noise. What is that?
What is that?
Who's walking around? What the fuck? Should we go see what it is?
Yeah. Maybe it's a little snake.
A snake with footsteps?
Can you imagine a little snake wrapped around like a little pickaxe? Just a little hat on?
You heard those, right? That wasn't me just being crazy.
I mean, you heard metal moving around. I'm not trying to do that whole dismissive thing, but I'm dismissing it.
one last time. We're about to head out of here.
All right, man. You just gotta.
Okay, I just chill. I gotta chill.
You just
I'm
gotta
gonna chill it. I'm gonna chill it.
Chill it.
Vulture Mine is also where the notorious Jacob Waltz, or as he's come to be known, the Lost Dutchman.
Oh, he sure does sound lost. Go on.
The Lost Dutchman likely worked as a foreman for several years. Allegedly, Waltz was one of the worst thieves the mine ever saw. Waltz also claimed to have a secret mine in the Superstition Mountains where he would return with enormous quantities of gold. To this day, nobody has found the location of Waltz's mine, now referred to as the Dutchman's Lost Mine, though some believe the Lost Mine doesn't exist, and that the gold Waltz claimed to find there was merely gold that he stole from Vulture.
Yeah, it was 100%. He's just showing up with pockets full of gold, and people are like,
Where'd you get
where'd
that,
you get
Jacob?
that? I found it out in the hills.
It's from my secret mine. Only I know where it is. Don't check my word.
It only appeals to me at midnight.
Unfortunately, due to deterioration, the actual mining tunnels are no longer safe for entry, but there is one place open for visitors that serves as a massive tombstone to former webs of mining tunnels. This spiritually active area is unfortunately referred to as the Glory Hole.
I thought glory hole used to mean something very innocuous, though.
It was innocuous back then.
Uh-huh.
But this is not, I was about to say, it got that name because penises went there. No,
It's where the men fucked the earth, hoping to impregnate it with gold.
The Glory Hole is a reported site of great tragedy.
Tell me all about the tragedy, Ryan.
In 1923, this cavern collapsed after one of the stone support pillars was overmined for the valuable ores inside of it.
Wait a minute. They were mining the support beams?
Yeah.
Carl, I don't think you should do that. That's a no, there's gold in here, I know it.
Mind your own business. I'm gonna strike it big.
The collapse killed 7 miners and 12 burros, leaving their bodies trapped and undiscovered in the rubble. Former caretaker Marty Hagen believes the collapse occurred because the 7 ill-fated miners were stealing, thus chipping away extra without regulation. He believes part of the reason their bodies remained is due to the fact that they were thieves and a proper burial wasn't high priority.
Just imagine all that we're standing in was just miles of elaborate, complex, intertwining tunnels.
13 miles?
13 miles. And now
That's a lot
just
of time.
all in one fatal swoop gone, burying people down below. That's crazy. That being said, a bug flew up my nose.
Yeah, I think I've swallowed about 6 tablespoons of bugs at this point.
If there's anybody who wants to let their presence be known, say something, move something, maybe even throw something.
Rock slide would be very efficient.
God, I feel like I can't believe I'm provoking these people. It's so silent.
Aside from the bugs in my ears, yes.
Is it true that you stole gold and you were down here when you weren't supposed to be? You took a little bit more than you should have, and that's why you got crushed to death? Ooh, geez, that was
A
pretty
bat flew right behind you just now.
rough. Are you serious?
That bat was straight up going for your ass. It was an ass bat.
All right, well, I think we're gonna leave. Maybe I'll hear you later when I analyze this audio. Or, according to Shane, it'll just be rocks rustling or a rubber shoe pivoting, something stupid like that.
You honestly think we'll get audio of rocks rustling around here? What?
Another paranormal hotspot is the 2-story assay building, once used to produce bars of semi-pure gold and silver. Back in the day, this building contained a vault where these bars and precious metals were kept safe. It's said that the whole city in general was lawless and ran rampant with crime.
I love it. Especially, crime's even better when it just involves bars of gold.
So also one interesting fact about the city that I haven't included is it was ran mostly by vigilante justice.
Oh,
So there was just, people were running amok, stabbing people in the neck.
this is
Yeah.
great. I'm a big fan of the West, you know?
Yeah,
Cowboys, Westerns. I like Deadwood on HBO.
It was a lot going. It was action, dancing, gold, smooching.
Dancing.
Dancing, gold, smooching, action. That's all they did back in the day.
Lordy.
Yeah, that sounds like your kind of town, except for the action part.
Yeah, I'm more of a rockin' guy.
You're more of a dancing and smooching kind of guy.
Bring me some gold. Bring
And
me
then-
some smooches.
And then running away from the action.
Oh, action? Ooh.
Even so, the assay building, due to the valuables that it was protecting, was reportedly under constant attack by avaricious bandits hoping to procure the gold inside. While we have no documentation confirming these attacks, one could assume that such a violent area may have resulted in some deaths, perhaps explaining the negative feel reported by visitors to the assay building. People have reported rocks being thrown and dust falling from the ceiling as if someone is above. One investigator captured an EVP of someone saying, "Get out."
Oh, there's a rat. There's a big ass rat.
Where'd he go?
He's behind the tarp.
Ain't that just like a rat?
This is pretty intense. This looks like some kind of kiln of some sort. I'm not sure, but
A furnace, maybe?
yeah.
At this moment, our audio recorder picks up what sounds like a loud whisper.
Yeah.
Now, what do you think that is?
Well, I think it's a whisper, but that's also because if you notice, it's going over my voice. Yeah.
It sure is.
I think it's fair to say it's not either of our voices.
Here's the thing, there's so many different noises going on at once here. And then, what, there's a ghost whisper somewhere in this little moment?
Yeah.
And what does it say? It just goes...
I think
That's the message from the great beyond.
Well,
God said, go back to Earth. You're not done yet. I want you to tell them something. Oh, what do you want me to tell them?
Is there anybody in here with us right now?
Other than the rat.
Other than the rat? So this is the storage room. This is where they actually kept all the bars of gold. There's a vault in here somewhere.
Great.
And I imagine this is the room that was under constant attack by bandits.
Maybe there's some leftovers.
I doubt it. Holy moly.
How you feeling, Ryan? Does this
don't like
place
this.
spook you? Or?
Yeah, I don't like that room.
What don't you like about this room?
Oh, God. Is there anybody in here with us? I feel like there is.
Do you feel someone in here? Oh, there's another rat
Where?
on the ground.
Dead?
No, he's moving around. He's under the wood.
Oh.
Just a heads up.
Right now we are in the living quarters of the assay office. We have a motion light right there. We're gonna ask something to walk near that table. I mean, there's a tripod right there, there's a tripod right there. There's our GoPros, obviously Shayna has a camera. We are the only ones in this building.
Nobody else in the room.
This is gonna be insane. If this turns on, I'm gonna lose my mind. If you're here once again, please step near that table. There's a white box on top of it. Just step near it. This table. Oh, this is making me so sad.
I'm not gonna gloat here because just at a certain point I feel bad for you. What happened to the thing where you talk to them like you're one of their pals in the era?
Well, like a cowboy accent like this.
Howdy, I'm just here to steal your gold.
You can do me a favor. Take that gold right there on the table.
Didn't take you for a coward.
I guess that's all you are.
I stole your gold and your wife.
Another troublesome landmark at Vulture Mine is the hanging tree that still stands on the property.
I just like that they found one good tree and they were like, that's the one.
This one's sturdy.
We're gonna use that over and over.
It's not doing anything else besides casting shade. Not throwing shade, but casting shade.
Do you think people felt bad catching shade from that tree on a sunny
I
day?
can't imagine they picnicked under the hanging tree, especially because a lot of times they just left the body hanging there.
What?
Anyways, moving on.
In fact, some believe that Henry Wickenburg, who at the end of his life declined in both health and wealth, committed suicide by gunshot near this tree. Either way, the remains of Wickenburg's personal cabin still sit by this tree. But as the name would suggest, this tree held a much more ominous purpose. According to legend, as many as 18 miners were hung from this very tree between the 1860s to about 1900, the crime being stealing. It's said that hangings at this time were particularly brutal, due to the fact that the condemned person was set on a rock, which was then kicked out from under him. Using this method, the amount of time it would take to die/suffocate could take between 2 minutes and 2 hours.
Oh, no neck snapping, huh?
No, they would just sit there on their tippy toes, and eventually they would get tired, and they
That's
would
rude.
slowly suffocate. Yeah, I know.
You
it's
just
very-
want to just be a gentleman. If you're gonna hang someone, be a gentleman
Oh,
about
well, also
it.
don't steal. You want to dance with the devil, you gotta live with it when he sets you on fire.
Okay. You gonna embroider that on a pillow or something?
No.
It's a very, it's like old maxim.
I don't think that's actually, I just made that up.
Oh, very good.
Okay.
Very good.
Great.
Even more horrifying, they apparently wouldn't bury the bodies in a cemetery, but instead on site. Some believe there are bodies littered around the area.
I mean, this is a hell of a tree.
I mean, it definitely has character. It looks like a Tim Burton tree.
This looks like one of those Wizard of Oz trees that comes to life and fucks you up.
By the way, this foundation.
By the way.
Was that a bat or was that a bird?
We're in backcountry, buddy.
Fucking, I don't want them flying towards my face all the time. Jesus. This is Wickenburg's house right here. The man himself, the guy who pretty much died in the streets. Why don't we just reach out right here, in between the hanging tree and Wickenburg's house? Kill two birds with one stone.
I do like that his home was right by the tree. He was like, well, we'll hang these men right outside my bedroom window.
He probably likes sipping on a little cup of tea, watching them kick to their death. And that's what you get, stealing from our minds.
Jesus. Maybe this guy did deserve to die in the streets.
Yeah. All right, there's anybody here right now, whether it be Henry or any of the 18 anonymous who hanged from this tree. Oh, I got a sudden hint of bravery right now.
Use it. Please take advantage of this moment.
I'm feeling brave right now.
Put him in his place.
Yeah, show yourself. If there was actually 18 people who met their death at this spot, show yourself. Oh, it's just the camera hitting the branches. I immediately lost all the courage I had as soon as I heard a noise.
He thinks you're cowards.
I retract that. I was
thieves.
I was in a moment of, I think it's a little hot out here. I got a little bit of heat stroke.
Scoundrel!
Arguably the most active area on the property is the old schoolhouse, used to educate the children of the miners. People have reported seeing a dark figure and hearing children's laughter. In one instance, an investigator was physically attacked by being pushed. Rumor has it that near the schoolhouse, there is a mass grave of children who died of the plague, feeding the spiritual activity within the house.
So what's the factual basis behind the plague? What plague?
I don't know. There's no records, all right? You know, sometimes...
What plague? What, did a teacher just like open up her mouth and flies came out? And...
I don't know. It says, rumor has it, there's a mass grave.
A lot of rumors in this one, huh?
They're trying to figure out why this house is so active, full of school children.
Yeah.
And rumor is there's a mass grave, and that's all I could offer.
So when you read something like that, are you going to be scared tonight to go over there?
Yeah, I'm going to be scared. I'm scared sitting here. I got scared by rain.
Yeah. Yeah, you did.
This is the main room. I'm guessing this is where the kids were taught. There's a chalkboard. They will come for you. I heart ghost kids.
I heard ghost kids.
Now, once again, people hear laughter in here. Some people have even said they think they heard the piano play. God, I hate this whole building.
How about this room, huh?
Oh boy.
Not bad.
This is a nightmare.
Look, it says help on the wall.
Oh my God.
What?
It's a fucking dead bird.
What? Oh, that's an omen or something.
Why is there a dead bird in here?
There was probably a live bird in here and then something happened that made it dead.
Oh, great analysis, Doc. Oh, Jesus, it's so rotted. Its eyes are gone. This is horrifying.
Well, its eyes aren't gonna stick around.
I wonder what's in that closet. Nope, don't even check.
I'll check. What if I open this and 1,000 rattlesnakes jump out?
Then I'm gonna run.
All right. Let's boogie, boys. It's a mattress. And dirt.
As Shane looks inside the door, our audio recorder picks up what sounds like a whisper from a small child.
And dirt. Again, I don't find it compelling. I don't listen to these and outright think I'm gonna deny all of these just because I have to prove a point. I just don't find it very compelling.
Will you at least admit that it's more compelling than the other one?
Yeah, it sounds like something being scraped. Sounds like a scrape.
Are you kidding? This one sounds like a kid.
That sounds like a kid.
To me it does, like an evil little kid.
On the first day of kindergarten, the teacher goes, "And what's your name?" And the kid says,
What's in this one?
This is fun, because now you have to open this door, because I opened that one. What if you pick the wrong one and there's like a
a clown with a decaying face in there.
What did you pick the wrong one? There's a fucking clown with a decaying face in there.
Open the door. Stop joking.
What if, okay, I'm running, just letting you know.
There's a lot of glass.
Just a closet, just a closet, just a closet.
Don't step on the bird.
All right, we're gonna kill our lights, and when we do,
Hey, by the way, this is growth. You're killing your light without even whining about it or being afraid.
I want to find some proof.
Okay, cool. Please communicate with us. Here we go.
Oh my God. Okay, if there's anybody here right now, make a noise, move something. I guess touch us if you want.
Touch us.
Shut up, Shane. I think that door's opening. I didn't want to say anything, but
Oh, it is.
it's moving.
Is that upsetting to you?
I think that door's opening. It may be the wind. I'm gonna say it's the wind. If that is you opening the door, please swing it open. Oh God.
It is certainly opening.
Oh my God, I'm getting the chills. Oh my God, I'm freaking out, man. I'm freaking out.
Put your hands on my shoulder. I'll keep my back to you. I don't even need to see you. Open that door wider and wider.
Oh my God.
Yes.
I'm getting I goose all the hair on my body standing up right now.
Come on, children, push that door open.
Please. Okay, we're leaving now. I'm gonna turn my light back on. Oh, Jesus Christ.
I don't know if it was actually opening or if it was just...
Oh, it was opening.
Oh, was it?
My heart is beating so fast. Let me get the fuck out of here.
All right.
To finish this out, let's visit one of the entertainment venues, much like a miner after a long day. One of these venues was a bordello that still stands today. It is here that the spirit of a woman named Mexican Rita is said to exist.
All right, this is the bordello suite. This is where the fellas went to get their carrot waxed, so to speak.
That is not a euphemism.
Oh, it is. Their carrot was shiny.
Let's play a game of bury the corn cob.
Now you see it, now you don't. Ooh, I don't like it in here.
No?
Jokes aside, I kind of hate it in here. Ooh, boy. Oh, holy fucking God damn it, more bats. Jesus Christ, with the bats in this place. Fucking. All right, ready? I'm gonna be silent.
At this moment, our audio recorder picks up a voice, possibly saying what?
Again, it doesn't sound like a voice.
That clear. Okay, what did you think it saw?
It just sounded like us moving around.
We
We
listen
were
to it
both
again.
crouched on the ground, moving around.
Yeah, listen to what word you think this is saying. I think it's pretty clear what it's saying.
I guess I could hear a what?
Thank you. Thank you. That clearly sounds like what to me.
No, it could also be 20 other things. What?
Okay, at least say this. It's more compelling than the other two.
It's the best you've gotten so far. But
Ever?
it also sounds, yeah, probably.
It's pretty good, right?
Everything else you have is shit.
Shit. Rita, or maybe one of the gents. Henry, if you used to frequent this bordello, or is anybody in here with us? What's your name?
What did you stop in for?
We know what they stopped in for. They
Well,
came
like
in
I
here
want
to...
specifics.
You mean they came in here to get their pickle polished? It's pretty obvious.
I know.
Oh, the bat's back. Maybe let's move to the other room. Oh, there's two rooms. Oh, this must, okay, so these must be...
Oh, there's more bats.
Oh, wait, there's two bats in here. Oh, there's three. Oh my God.
This is bat country.
Oh, there's so many bats. Oh.
It's too many bats.
If I left a Yelp review of this place, it would say far too many bats.
Far too many bats. We get it with the bats.
Yeah, 20 too many. One bat's fine. That's kind of cute.
At this point, who are you trying to impress with
But
all
a
the
band
bats?
of bats, come on, man. It's a goddamn party city. in
Nobody
there.
needs that many bats.
No one can say for certain if the former residents of Vulture Mine haunt this historic site. It was a place of great prosperity, but also violence and tragedy, making it reasonable to expect spiritual artifacts. but whether or not Vulture Mine is definitively haunted will remain unsolved.
Hello and welcome to another edition of BuzzFeed Unsolved Postmortem, a show where we answer your most pressing questions about the most recent episode of BuzzFeed Unsolved, which was the Vulture Mine. All the questions we're answering today came from you guys via our BuzzFeed Unsolved Facebook page. We didn't get any questions from Instagram today, so.
No, we didn't. Oops.
Oops, we forgot to post it, so.
So today's are only from Facebook, just our 60-year-old plus fans.
First episode of the season, we're still getting everything figured out.
Easing into it.
We're gonna forget everything about the past seasons.
Yeah.
Not gonna mention any names, but maybe some certain storylines that don't matter anymore we could probably get forever.
I think for the rest of the season, when you do the intro at the beginning, I don't need to do my little animation thing. That's stupid, right?
I'm glad we're on the same page to the beginning of the season. That's so.
It was always just a popcorn man by the end, you know? Here's right out the gate.
We're starting it off with a big one, right?
Here's from Alice Bach, a sizzler from Alice Bach this week, the sizzler of the week. If you pause at 1334 and look right in the middle, you can see a human figure. Or was that a reflection from one of you guys? Let's take a look at this footage.
We are the only ones in this building.
Nobody else in the room.
This is gonna be insane. If this turns on, I'm gonna lose my mind. Everyone's been tweeting this picture at me. They think we caught a ghost on camera. You know what? They may be right.
Well, I'll say this from the still. It looks like we got ourselves a stormtrooper.
What?
Look at that. You don't see a little stormtrooper there?
Okay, now that you've said that, yeah, maybe,
Yeah.
but it to me more looks like a creepy, decrepit woman figure.
I see a stormtrooper.
I think this is very compelling. This is a very compelling still. When I saw it over the weekend, I did a backflip. I don't even know how to do that, but I did one.
I don't find this very compelling. So you could see in that footage the little part that almost looks like the face. When the camera moves a little bit, you'll notice it moves in tandem with the rest of the light reflections. So I think we're just looking at a lens flare here, unfortunately.
We're looking at a light anomaly.
Yeah.
First off, before I go into that, I went through every angle that we had. We had 6 cameras going at this time. I looked through every angle to try and debunk this.
Yeah.
We unfortunately only had one angle looking that way, and I believe this is my GoPro.
Yeah.
That being said, I would say I will go 50-50 in what Shane just said.
You gotta admit this is you got a bright light source right there. There's lens, there's flares shooting out of it.
It is moving at a similar, it's moving similarly to me at this point. Like when I move around, the anomaly is moving.
Yeah.
However, what if that ghost was just doing a little Simon Says? They're seeing me,
no,
and they're just mimicking my movement.
not what they're
it's
doing.
like a ghost Wobbuffet.
Wobbuffet?
That's a Pokemon reference.
Oh, I got nothing.
This comes from Gianna Schott.
Scott?
I don't know, Scott or Schott. What do you call that? I think I'm gonna go Schott. This comes from Gianna Schott. Hope that's how you pronounce it.
Gianna Schott?
Wait, so if this city was lawless, how can it also be rampant with crime? Doesn't there need to be laws for there to be any crime? All right, no one.
Oh, she got me. I put that in here because I was like, I want everyone to go, very good.
First off, Gianna, no one likes literalists. Okay, let's not dance around.
That's true. That is.
No, let's not dance around the details of the language right here. Okay, look at something else in the episode, Gianna. We almost got a ghost on camera.
No, you know what? Honestly, good to do this. Anyone else out there who notices any inconsistencies in the writing?
You just said you don't like literalists.
Yeah, but we got to keep you on top of your game, you know?
Okay, I could appreciate that. Keep me spry.
Yeah.
Keep me spry with the pen.
Thanks for immediately folding on
Yeah,
this
no,
one.
I thought about it and I was like, you make sense. It made sense. If I run along unchecked, I'm gonna eventually decline.
You're gonna get lazy.
I'm gonna get lazy. You know what, Gianna? I take it back. Thank you for keeping me on my toes. I did a complete 180 here.
All thanks to Gianna. Thanks for that sizzler, Gianna. I didn't get this whole question. I missed the PS. Oh well.
Hey, wait, what the fuck? I don't have the PS. What the?
Oh well. I didn't get this whole question. Oops. Oh, here's one from Paula Jacqueline. Here's the question. Here's my question. What would a voice on the audio recordings have to say to get recognition from Shane? In other words, what would Shane have to hear on the audio for him to at least say, I can't explain that? P.S. Ryan, the sound on the audio from...
And then it just says ... see more. Shane screenshotted your question, Pella, and didn't get the PS. He didn't click see more.
Nah, we'll
it's
see.
It's just a screenshot that says see more.
Oh well.
What the hell?
Oops. The rest of that comment will remain
unsolved.
Here's what I want out of an EVP. Criteria 1 is that I know what it's saying without you having to tell me they're saying rubber baby buggy bumpers.
Oh, wait a second.
And 2, I want to hear it with no prompt and me saying, yeah, so what? It's a person talking.
EVPs aren't gonna be like me and you talking right now. It's not gonna be like, hey, do you listen to Huey Lewis on the news?
It would be like, hey, you ever listening?
Yeah. You said, and this is, I'm quoting, you said, this is you 2 minutes ago.
Yeah.
You just said, I'd like to understand and know what it's saying before you tell me what it's saying.
Yeah.
You did that.
In this episode?
You did. Listen to what word you think this is saying. I think it's pretty clear what it's saying.
I guess I could hear a what?
Which
here's
is,
the thing, Ryan.
Here's the thing.
And I'll tell you the thing.
I can't wait to hear
I
your
have
thing.
a thing.
You hear my thing first, and then
I'll hear your thing
Okay, yeah.
first.
So the
Let's hear
thing
your
is,
thing.
if you hear something and you guess the word it's saying, it inherently will then be a human sound.
Yeah.
Now let's hear your thing.
My thing is I don't give a shit.
Let's go to, well, this is a fun name. Trisha Branco Barber. This is hysterical. I'm an intuitive, and my daughter is watching this show. The two guys have a table set up with a box on it, waiting for something to happen. The earthbound spirit was standing next to the guy in the red and black flannel shirt. I think that spirit was having the last laugh.
A lot to unpack here. Do you think she's ever watching, like, The Price is Right?
Yeah, I was gonna say, do you think she's ever actually watching a motion picture where they shot in a haunted location, and she's like, oh, there's another character behind Christian Bale. Who's that? Does he have a backstory? Oh wait, it was a ghost.
And does she watch movies with ghosts in them, like Poltergeist, and think it's just a very confusing movie?
Quick, I guess, end of conversation disclaimer here.
Uh-huh.
We know nothing about intuitives. I know I don't, you probably don't too. So we're talking out of our ass here.
Yeah.
If this is how it works, and they could just look at things that are already on a pre-recorded medium, like a photograph or a film,
Yeah.
that is fucking bonkers.
So I think, Trisha Branco Barber, you're gonna have to chime in, chime off.
No, don't say
On our next few episodes, if you see any spooky ghosts around the periphery. She's very cocky about it. She says, this is hilarious. You wouldn't believe it. There's a fucking ghost giving you a wet willy.
There's a ghost playing a little banjo behind you. You can't even see him. I'm fascinated right now.
Yeah. This one's from Chloe L. Easterling.
That's also a fun name.
Yeah, good names. Good names, everybody. I would have loved to see you guys in Old West costumes to provoke spirits, just like you experimented with costumes in the Salem Witch Trials episode. Did you guys ever think about doing that again? Party City has plenty right now. Also, Shane, seeing as how the season premiered on Friday the 13th, do you give any substance in believing in Friday the 13th? Hashtag Shaniac, thank you.
After Salem Witch Trials, I know we could flash back to that right now.
Yeah, let's take a look at the quality of those costumes.
All right.
Well, I feel good. There's no
look-
pockets on this. I don't know what to do with my hands.
You don't look too happy.
Come on, ghosts.
You could tell just looking at this footage, and you're seeing it right now, that this is that's a felt hat. My belt actually broke.
Yeah, we had truly planned on getting really nice costumes for that and wearing them for the duration of the investigation.
Yeah.
But when we realized how impossibly stupid they looked, we decided maybe not.
The same thing kind of happened here. We wanted to get legitimate cowboy outfits. I'm talking leather chops or chaps.
A big leather duster.
Nice looking guns that could maybe fool a ghost.
Yeah.
We just didn't have the funds.
Spurs.
Spurs, okay.
Yeah.
I guess he thought about it a little bit more than I did, but we didn't have the funds.
Like one of those little wine skins.
They get it. They get it. No, they don't need any more.
So yeah, we didn't pull the trigger on that.
We didn't have
cowboy.
Yeah, we got it. We didn't have the funds.
And yes, I do believe in Friday the 13th because it happens pretty regularly. What do we got next?
Mac.
It's you, Flo Mac.
The ghost noise wasn't a whisper. It sounded like metal being scraped against stone.
I agree.
So matter of fact.
I know.
There's no exclamation to this at all. It's just periods.
I love how Flo Mac does business.
In fact, we got two whispers. We had one in the room at the assay building. We can show that now.
Yeah, show that.
Our audio recorder picks up what sounds like a loud whisper.
Now, what do you think that is?
Well, I think it's a whisper. That one pretty good. Of the two whispers we got, this probably isn't the most compelling. Let's go to the next one.
Our audio recorder picks up what sounds like a whisper from a small child.
And dirt. Again, I don't find it compelling.
That's us in the kids' room
Also
with the
not
door
compelling.
opening. Happens when Shane opens the door that was opening by itself. That one's pretty compelling to me. That one actually sounds like a kid. It has a breathy quality to it. I don't know. I don't know what else to tell you, Flomac. I guess Shaniacs. That there's no smirk on your face.
Don't worry, guys. We're good. Next question from Jessica Aguilar. Next time you guys go to a place where children's spirits might be, try bringing a little toy. I've seen in different supernatural shows that they sometimes do that to make the child more comfortable. Just an idea. Love you guys. Heart, heart.
Yeah, that's actually a pretty solid idea. We've done that a couple times. We did it with Timmy with the blue little ball.
Ah, yes.
They're called trigger objects. They're used to make the spirits a little bit more comfortable. Maybe they'll be a little bit more active because of that. We do that later in the season.
Later in the season. But do you think in the future maybe we should just bring a whole backpack full of pogs and
Props. Have a bunch of just little gadgets and trinkets that go together.
Yeah, you'd be the toy man.
Yeah, or it could be full of like, fake pistols.
All grown-up ghosts want pistols.
Well, in this scenario, they would want a pistol.
Okay. I thought you just meant any location.
No, I meant like I would have.
Ghost, you want some guns?
This comes from. This comes from Matt Walker. Ryan, I think you might be a psychopath. You need to chill. You need to chill. Shane, you are cool. Well, I can't imagine why Shane chose to pick this question for me to read. What in your thought process
This is
to
what you
having this
get.
be on
Ryan
the show?
was running late today. He couldn't pick the questions, so I picked all the questions. Big deal.
So Shane picks the questions.
Big
we
deal.
get
This is
one
good.
question that's not complete. We get one question that's not even a question, it's a statement. It's a declarative statement saying, Ryan, I think you might be a psychopath. You need to chill. Shane, you are cool. Man, you really dug through the trenches here to
You
get
weren't
these.
here. I had to pick them myself.
You unearthed some gems. You did a mining operation of your own here.
Yeah, found some gold nuggets, baby. These are nuggets.
You
this
know
week
what?
It's all nuggets.
Us
Get that graphic
Bugaras,
up. All nuggets.
we got thick skin. We don't need to take little cheap shots to the bow like this guy just did. Your torpedoes are just bouncing off my rough exterior right now.
I'm not firing torpedoes. I'm just having
I think
a
you
blast.
just did.
Lisa Porcho says, the plague spoken of could have been consumption, known today as tuberculosis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next question. Is that not a good question?
No,
as well?
I think it's good.
All right.
All right, moving on. Another great name here. This comes from Josephine Jericho. Shane seemed more at awe, and Ryan more daring with provoking the ghosts this episode. Why is that?
Was I in awe? I don't really remember being in awe at this place. I was kind of marveled by the town itself.
I think, you know what? I think I'm just getting a little bit braver, to be honest. There are situations that I still am very uncomfortable with when when I have to be in a lockdown or when I have to go into a small space. There's certain rooms that make me feel very uneasy.
Yeah. You couldn't get less braver. You couldn't get less brave at this point. It's starting from zero.
Sure.
So,
yeah, I'm
only
gonna
place
spin that as a compliment. I'm just going up.
Ryan, what do we have coming up next week? The second episode of the season, very exciting. What do we got?
We got something that goes way out there.
Oh.
But it's gonna be a fun one. He's not gonna be here next week. He's gonna be on vacation like a douchebag. He's already dressed for vacation. Look at him. Oh shit. He's got the Hawaii shirt on. He's got the sunglasses. All he needs is a little tiki rum.
Up here, I'm already gone.
That does it for this episode of BuzzFeed Unsolved Postmortem. Make sure you watch the episode on Friday, and then send in your questions to the BuzzFeed Unsolved Facebook page and the BuzzFeed Unsolved Instagram. That does it for this episode. See you guys next week.
While we're there, have a little ghost go by. He's just a little cowboy ghost, though. He's got a little cowboy hat, and he's just flying right by. Have fun.
That's fun. That's the end of the episode, right?
Yeah, is that good enough?
Yeah. Wait, no more hot dog.